President.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Caleb Ken, and I'm running for president. When I was a freshman at Aviation, I remember being excited to come to school because of the awesome, enthusiastic atmosphere ASB created. I want to create that for you because I don't want to leave high school thinking my freshman year was my best year at Aviation, and I don't think that you do either. So to do that, I'm going to do a couple things. First, I'll make sure that all assemblies are the best you've ever had, because ASB is not here to be self-serving. It's here to make sure that you have the best time at Aviation. Imagine coming out of a North Korean prison camp and walking into a Michael Jackson concert. That's what I want our assemblies to feel like. What the heck is this? You walk into the Michael Jackson concert, you're like, what the heck is this? I thought you died 10 years ago. Speaking of awesome dancers, I'm going to make sure that our dances are the best of the best. Next year, we won't be confined to on-campus dances, and so I'm going to make it a priority to find awesome venues early on. As a class senator, I've learned a ton planning Prom with Ciroc over the past 8 months, and so if I'm elected, I'll make sure all that knowledge gets to the senators responsible for planning those. I want these dances to be so lit, even the teachers get in on it. Because just like you, I really want to see Mr. Staff in the gritty. Back in my freshman year, I remember when anyone airballed in the BPC March Madness tournament, Nacho and Jericho would say, "Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't like that, you don't like Raisbeck basketball." Seriously, some of these shots were ridiculous. Like, I can see airballing, but how do you hit the railing? It's like 10 feet over the hoop. That's their basketball. Some of my most cherished moments. It's like the Star Wars prequels. It's so bad, it's good. You just can't stop watching. Okay, controversial. With that in mind, over the past few months, I've worked hard to get BPC games started again. While we weren't allowed to start with team sports, Ciroc and I managed to work with administration and organize a basketball tournament, which will start tomorrow. Next year, I'll make sure that your favorite BPC games are going year-round. Whether you want to play football, basketball, soccer, dodgeball, volleyball, tug-of-war, musical chairs, I'll make sure that you get the games you want. But to make next school year awesome, it can't just be the president or just be ASB working to bring our school spirit up. It needs to be everyone. And so we're going to practice right now. Will everyone stand up? Thank you guys, thank you. Alright. Now you guys are going to make a beat for me. Follow my lead. Okay. Oh yeah? I want the sophomore teachers to be like, what is going on right now? Let's go. What's up? I'm Caleb and I'm running to the president. Now I'm doing something for my speech that's without precedent because just like you, I'm ready for something new. Let's make it the best year yet. 2022, I'm talking games during lunch. Music in the hallways, Raisbeck 80, full spirit, turned up always, assemblies like this. Everyone on their feet, BPC games for every Raisbeck athlete. Kids from other schools sneaking into our dances. Every club fundraiser blowing up by dances. Beach day, game night, dances under starlight, spirit, under light, aviation, let's take flight. School is in a place where we just come to learn. Let's make next year's so business here in Maxwell over there. Phoenix by starting now, we drop yellow and red. Aviation, bubble up, there's Premier League to hand. I'm ready. Next school year, we're gonna rock like the first floor bathrooms we got it unlocked. I hope you enjoy this new form of narration. Everyone, give yourself a standing ovation.
Let's go! Yeah!
Thank you, Caleb, for that lovely speech. Knocked my socks off. Next up, we have Brooke Swanson, who is also running for president.
Baby, it's Brooke. I like to cook. You want the best, but me for bread. Oh, shoot. Oh, my bad. All right. Let me start over. Hey, everyone. How are we doing? Good? Yeah? Same. I'm happy? Yeah? Yeah? Anyone tired? Makes sense. Yeah, spring break can do that. Oh, you have a twin? Oh, shoot, me too. Wow, we have so much in common already. Oh my god, this is great. It's gonna go amazing. All right, let's get this party started. I'm Brooke Swanson. If you didn't know, if you didn't hear Katie before, I've been a consistent member of ASB and other clubs here at RAHS, and am ready to take the reins. Recently, I've been in the state runnings for both soccer and basketball at my home high school, West Seattle. And unfortunately, we did not win or really get that far, so that's great. Kind of sucked, my part. But leadership drove those successes. And I think I played a huge role, especially at the end of our season in basketball, by being leading scorer, and in soccer by being leading scorer for my team. Now, being president means to be an active leader, and being an active leader means to take everyone's input and grow as a community and make that input heard. I got you guys. I'll make that happen. At RHS this year has been kind of rough because of COVID, but we've drifted away from some traditions, and I'm passionate about bringing that spirit back. We all love a good aviation pageant, don't we? Oh wait, that didn't happen, my bad. Anyways, awkward. This past year has been crazy. Just to name a few events, 62 people died from bee stings, 224 new species were discovered, and 6.4 billion pounds of ice cream were sold. Pretty much sums up the whole year. But what's good at looking at the past? Let's look forward. Futuristically speaking, I can't wait for Kim and Pete to get married. That's gonna be fun. Or to pass Joshu's class. Or be president. So much to look forward to. On that note, don't be afraid to look for Brooke on that ballot sheet and circle in that bubble. Also, what an honor it would be to take the crown from Miss Katie Pacini and leading that girl boss power. But hey, seriously, take it easy. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and week. And follow my lead and vote B for P. Thank you.
Thank you, Brooke. Next up, our VP-elect, Brian Delgado, will be giving his speech.
Hey everyone, I'm Brian Delgado, and I'm your 2022-2023 ASB Vice President-elect. So to start, I would like to introduce myself and let you all get to know me. So I'm a junior who is one of the ASB art directors this year, and I am part of Science Olympiad. Shout out to Group D. I enjoy running, swimming, and occasionally tennis whenever my friends are up for a match. Looking at you, Nathan. I enjoy listening to music, but especially the one and only Taylor Swift. And I'm a huge fan of warm chocolate chip cookies with a side of cold milk. So let's be honest, this year has had its ups and downs as we try to get back to the normal that we knew. Being in person this year has made me realize that there's still a lot that needs to be done so that we could go back to the Raisbeck Aviation I knew freshman year. This year, ASB execs have worked hard and given us their best by leading and being the support that was needed for this school year's events and clubs. I am driven to keep up this hard work and to continue to push for more activities and student-led events. To bring school spirit back every day, and to try my best to make sure that every student feels recognized and supported. But these things cannot be done without you. Student involvement is what drives school spirit, making sure that students get their voices heard with ideas for activities or events It's going to make our school the school you want it to be. I cannot wait to be behind the scenes of our school's ASB clubs so that everything runs smooth and organized for this incoming year. I am so excited to work with the upcoming ASB exec team and with the best advisor, JJJP, and to make the school year, the following school year, the best one yet. I hope you consider voting VD for VP. See ya, love ya.
Thanks, Brian. We look forward to your leadership next year. Next up, we have our secretary candidates. Starting us off is Martin Din.
Wow, this is crazy. The past 2 years, all the elections have been online, and that really made this experience really brought out for me. I'm glad that we are all here together. Hello, Raisbeck Aviation. I am Martin Din. I am currently a sophomore, and I'm running for ASB secretary. I'm the best fit for the secretary because of my background experience, such as the past 2 years of senator and key club vice president. Through all these experiences, I've learned flexibility, time management, and efficiency. As senator, me and my partners wrote weekly emails, planned the Veterans Day Assembly and Winter Ball Assembly. Through my time serving sophomore class, there have been lessons I needed to learn, and I will apply them if I get elected as secretary. I also have experience outside of school. I work at AMC, and I'm a co-captain of my wrestling team. By co-captaining, I learned how to lead groups, like how we do warm-ups and all of that. I work at AMC, so when I work, I communicate with my coworkers to work as efficiently as possible. I learned how to balance ASB's clubs, sports, and I'm qualified for this position because I have the skills and traits through my past experience. The main reason why I'm running for ASB is the school spirit. My sister used to go to RHS, and I would always hear about the amazing school spirit and the fun environment. This was the main reason why I applied. I want to keep the school spirit. I believe having a positive environment gives us more motivation for us to go and learn. As secretary, I want to keep a positive environment for the underclassmen where they can build friendships with upperclassmen. When attending RHS as a freshman, I built relationships with upperclassmen, and this got me out of my comfort zone. I believe the type of small school we are basically a family. As a secretary, I want to help and create different events for us to maintain this family. So in freshman year, me and my partner Tate made movie nights for the sophomore class, and I want to implement that with the whole school now so that we can all bond and, like I said, create this family that I really wanted to experience. If you have any questions, please ask me. I will always take in consideration of the student body. I believe that all voice matters. Thank you, RHS. Remember to vote me as your secretary for 2022 to 23 school year. I'm Martin Din. Vote me for the win.
Thank you, Martin. Our next secretary candidate is Maxwell Gao.
Hello there, my name is Maxwell Gao, and today I will be running. So uncivilized. Here's a new speech I wrote at 1 a.m. today, and I think it sounds like 10 times better. You've heard this speech before in elementary school, middle school, and even here. I don't want to sound like a millionaire talking about how much he loves the poor, so here's something more personal from me. Funnily enough, I wasn't planning on standing up here and running. It was actually supposed to be a friend running, and me and another person pulling the strings, but we realized that wasn't really funny, and it wasn't really a good idea. Later on, I decided to do what any reasonable person with functioning brain cells would do, try running myself. After a year cooped up in my house studying various historical figures, because of an obsession with history, while all of you guys did productive things, I figured what could go wrong? Having this here, here I stand running for the position of secretary, while talking to about 300 or more people. I suppose now I'm supposed to give some reasons as why you should elect me, like oh yeah, I'll promise a pizza party at the end of the year. Or I invite Xi Jinping himself to a school dance. But I figured a few of the popular things I was going to advocate for were supported by local minorities. Which is primarily why I want to run my campaign and my position as someone who wishes to listen to every single person in the school on how to improve events, lunches, and anything in the school you can think of. Life at Raisbeck is good, but it can be better. I love democracy. I love Raisbeck. I love democracy because it is a government by the people, for the people, of the people. But sometimes the people aren't heard enough. Groups of people or even individuals are silenced by the cacophony of students advocating for a popular thing, while small ideas that could potentially be really good ones have been stamped out and left unheard. This is a primary concern at the school, this is one of my primary concerns at the school, in which I will work until 1 in the morning to fix. I don't like this attitude. It's detrimental, harmful. It spreads its roots everywhere. Not like me. I'm confident, I'm determined, and I can write at 132 words per minute. I may not have the courage of Vladimir Zelensky, the smarts of Albert Einstein, or the strength of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. But I have the will, the determination, to do whatever it takes to get what you, the students, the people, want. I will listen to freshmen, I will listen to the sophomores, I will listen to juniors, I will even listen to the seniors. I will even listen to your 1-hour presentation on why we should have a Pokemon tournament in the school. Well, what is the point of all of this, you may ask? You may ask, well, you are bored out of your mind listening to me talking about democracy and stuff. The point is that I will listen to you. I will fight for you. I will fight for your ideas to be heard. Every single student's ideas will be heard and can be considered. Because if this isn't a student council that listens to a student, it might as well be Putin's circle of oligarchs ruling Russia. And now I call upon you, the students, the most important group of people in the school, to vote for change, and vote it now by voting me to ensure it happens. Together, we will enter a new age in Raisbeck Aviation High School with increased student involvement and input in everything. Vote Maxwell for secretary to make Raisbeck even better. Long live Raisbeck Aviation! Long live the students! Long live democracy! Thank you.
Thank you, Maxwell. Next and lastly, we have our treasurer-elect Tate for us. If y'all saw that didn't happen, okay? Just saying. Hello, I hope everyone is doing fantastic. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Tate Suarez, and I will be your ASB treasurer for the 2022 to 2023 school year. As a returning ASB officer, I've had the privilege of shadowing and looking up to our ASB exec members as the perfect role models for not only leading the school, but the rest of ASB as well. My experience in ASB, which includes being a 7th grade senator, middle school VP, freshman senator, and sophomore senator, have all had the requirements of being a school leader. But to be an ASB exec board member means to be a leader amongst a group of leaders. As election season rolled around, it gave me the opportunity to reflect on what it meant to be a school leader. At the start of freshman year, I was afraid of the uncertainties and lack of knowledge I had in my class. At the time, I was more focused on creating bonds and enjoying my time as a senator. However, as I continued to grow and gain more experience in ASB, I learned that it has less to do with creating bonds, but more about making an impact on your community. To be given the opportunity to showcase my skills and leadership means the world to me. ASB means the world to me. my time in ASB made me gain the experience and knowledge to make sure I have what it takes to be an exec board member. As your former freshman senator and sophomore senator, I've had the opportunity to lead and organize events, create strong bonds, and make an impact on our school community. Some examples of these are organizing and planning the Winter Pep Assembly, the Veterans Day Assembly, and the Spring Fling Tailgate, which were all held in the past school year. The success of these events couldn't have been done without the support of my fellow ASB members and our amazing student body. Through planning these events, I learned the importance of centering my work around our school community. As your treasurer, I want to redefine what it means to be the manager of financial assets. I will ensure that I will utilize the position to create an environment where collaboration and creativity are welcomed. Raisbeck Aviation is a place where passions are watered here to thrive, and I believe these passions are what make our school presence so strong. Clubs are meant to be a safe place for collaboration and are great for finding people with common backgrounds and interests. I will make sure that clubs will thrive by having complete transparency regarding funds within the clubs and ensuring that there will be proper funding for events and fundraisers. ASB works for the student body, and it is our job to prioritize each and every one of you. As one of the 4 executive ASB board members for the upcoming school year, I will strive to make sure each of your voices are heard. I will do this by coordinating events and fundraisers that will help foster your creative ideas. I'm so incredibly excited to be your treasurer-elect for the upcoming school year, and I'm so immensely privileged to be given the opportunity to showcase my leadership skills once again. Let's end the school year strong to start the next school year even stronger. Thank you.
Can we please give all the candidates another round of applause? So for voting, you can either type in a URL or scan the QR code. You do have to be signed into your Highline Schools email, so please do so. I don't care if it's a hassle, please vote, please. Even if you want to abstain, it's better for us to get the correct amount of results. So thank you for coming out and listening to all of our speeches. Once you guys have voted, you are welcome to be dismissed back to advisory.